Good afternoon. It's Vijay here. Today is Friday, 15th October 2024. Today is a holiday, and I hope you're all having a good holiday today and looking forward to what will happen on Monday. Lots of things have happened between yesterday when we closed on a very, I would say, on a dreadful note, and what has happened in the global markets and the Asian markets today, and what may happen today. So this is a weekend review, which we will talk about what happened last week and what can happen next week, and what are the things which we should look forward to. So, in spite of the great volatility last week, when the markets really crashed in across the board, the rupee has held its uh, levels at around 84.39. It's not bad considering what happened across the globe, where Japanese yen weekend and yuan weekend, generally euro weekend, DXI went up, but a rupee has held firm around 84.30, all because of RBI. Before I come to the main topic of Maine Bola, let's just look at what happened last week. The markets were returned negative for 2 weeks in a row. Nifty and Sensex fell around 2% each. The mid cap index, which was holding on, fell 4%. I was to always wonder that when you talk of overvaluation in the Indian market, it has to be the micro cap, small cap, and mid cap indices which are really highly overvalued, whereas the Nifty and Bank Nifty really are not. But yet, Nifty and Bank Nifty were falling, whereas these three indices were not falling. Now, I think that score has been leveled, and now all these three indices have fallen. That has given the jitters to a lot of people who were punting on these indices or these stocks in these indices. What they used to usually do is ladder it up. That is, you buy some stocks, it goes up, you buy more, and you place it with the broker, and then take margin and continue to buy. That is what is called laddering it up. And now when it turns, that will come to haunt them, because there is no liquidity in these counters when markets start coming down. When it starts going up because everybody is buying, then the liquidity is created, because a lot of speculators, intraday speculators, intra-week speculators come into play. But when it comes down, everybody wants to run away, and there will be no space, and that is why the markets, those stocks fall more than the normal stocks like the Nifty or Bank Nifty. So where is the froth? The froth is there everywhere excepting in IT. IT stocks, if you look at it, they did not. They actually gave some slightly positive returns. All other sectors gave negative returns. In IT, strong people are holding those stocks. Of course, 42 out of 50 Nifty stocks came down. FMCG stocks with high PE ratios. I've been warning stocks with high PE ratios will not sustain any correction, and soon enough, this one has started falling. The high PE stocks like Lever, FMCG basically, and then you had Trent and Aisha Motor. Auto stocks did well actually. Auto companies' sales have been very good, but they are not been uniformly. They did not perform uniformly good, except on Friday. I think things were a little bit better because Hero Motors came out with good results after the market. But of course, insiders would know. Then the in the mid cap, you had Reliance Power and such other stocks, Suzlon, which are all very popular. Now, here is an interesting tidbit from CLSA Global Research. So today, in their report, they have suggested that their clients who had been advised by them to go to Hong Kong and China markets in late September, they have been asked to come back, and they have now overweight India by 20%. See, this is this Maine Bolata kind of syndrome. Locally, we have all these fin influencers who want to keep telling you buy, and then suddenly, when the market crashes, it has come down. For instance, Nifty has come down close to 2,000 points. 3,000 points. And you invariably say, I had told you then. Actually, at that point of time, they will be telling only buy. Now, the CLSA Global Research also is doing something similar. See, when the market had gone up, they were asking them to buy. Now, suddenly they're saying, no, 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 this is not correct. The logic is not correct. Let us go back and, allocate out of China. Now, they are blaming it on Trump. Trump, came in, it's already 10 days are over when the results are out. But now, after 10 days, when the markets there have fallen, for instance, Hong Kong market has fallen to where it was on 26th of September. If you recollect, we peaked out on 26 September, and the excuse given then was that funds want to move to China. So you see, we have come back to square one. With now, the people who have gone in will be taking huge losses, because again there is no liquidity in those markets. There will be great countries, big markets, but at the end of the day, there will be no such liquidity when somebody wants to get out. That is what is likely to happen. So basically, this is guys, मैंने बोला था मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. Basically, they are saying, I mean, at the end of the day, they are doing nothing, but they are only talking. And so this is what the advisors or the fin influencers do, including the FIS. So one has to be careful about how you go about taking action based on even the biggest of the FIS. So today there is another report. Sorry, there was an interview yesterday where the Goldman Sachs guy says it is India's century and not just decade. Now, if it is India's century, I don't know why FIs are going out. Nobody asked them that question. They are saying yeah, but clients are overwhelmed, but still Goldman Sachs is a big player in the market. Jeffries is a big player. CLS is a big player, but yet they are not able to get their clients to buy stocks into India. But they are saying it's not. We are not worried. But what is interesting on Friday was that the FI figures, if you look at it last 10 days, it was 4,000, 3,500, 3,000, 2,500, and 1,000. It has come to 1,850. If this is a trend, then we should see positivity coming in shortly, because if people are moving out of China market and if they feel we should come back to India, then obviously the selling has to come down and maybe buying may start. But we don't know that. But we can only hope for the best, because three major companies, as I said, CLSA, Goldman Sachs, and Jeffries, all three have recommended that they should be overweight India. Now, yesterday, a macro news has come, which is good for India. The trade deficit has shrunk to $27 billion vis-a-vis $30 billion, which is a good sign. But you just look at corporate results also, which were very bad. On Friday, you had very good results of Hero Motors. Hero Motor, one of the lowest priced two-wheelers. So that may do well. In fact, in the morning, they were not doing well. In fact, I told my followers on Telegram that Hero Motor could be one surprise package on Friday, and it did work out for us, and it also went up. So it is not rocket science, because the Hero Motors, the two-wheelers have done very well during the festive season. So festive season numbers have come, and numbers are very good. So slowly the wheel is turning, but it doesn't mean that on Monday things will be good, or next week will be fantastic. But generally, between Deepavali and Pongal, things are good. So it may take another couple of weeks. But sooner or later, I think people will begin to realize that the corporate fundamentals are turning for the better. So many stocks, so many companies have reported poor results. But that could be the worst of the results for next 1 year to come, is what I feel. I strongly in banks, two-wheelers, IT, pharma. I think they should all do well. Now, yesterday, Jerome Powell threw a bomb when he said economy is not signaling any hurry to lower rates. Probably they feel that they have gone ahead and reduced interest rates too fast. They have gone down 75 basis points. It was expected that another 25 will come in December. Now they're getting jitters because the bond yields are going up, dollar is going up. See, this is what happens even to the best of the bankers. They may have all the data, but when it comes to decision making, they are as good or as bad as you and me. So they are whether there will be a rate cut in December, we don't know, but it looks like that there possibility that they may not have a rate cut either in December, or they may pause in January. So that may also put some pressure on the US stock markets, which means that they no longer are relatively better than India, which means there is some hope that the money can come to Indian markets. Now, this is all hope, and they say hope is not a strategy, so one should not use that as a strategy. But by and large, I think this augurs well for India. And also yesterday, the CNBC in the CNBC conclave, I think Piyush Goyal realized that economy is not doing well. Therefore, he's looking for an interest rate cut. But it is under the purview of RBI, so they may or may not cut. But I think the government has got up, And once government gets up, I was assuming that they will do something, because just this morning I read an article where the steel secretary talks of giving some incentives to steel companies, because he realizes that the imports, cheap imports, are hitting Indian steel companies. So once the government noises come was positive, till now they were sleeping. Now suddenly in the last 2 3 days, so 2 days actually, Thursday and Friday, some positive news is coming from the government front as well as the FIS front. So while next week may be volatile because of what is happening today and yesterday, and also the elections in Maharashtra, but I think by and large, we may see the worst maybe in next week or the following week. I think we should go ahead with greater confidence now that the powers that we have got up. So we are, as usual, bullish. We continue to be bullish, but selectively bullish, as I've been saying. So it mine bolata in our case is that be bullish, and be bullish selectively, like Bank Nifty, IT, Pharma, and Reliance. Reliance is the dark horse. So something is cooking in Reliance, in my opinion, for the last week to 10 days. The prices are not moving, but the prices are giving you a feeling that it will go down further. There is huge amount of negative sentiment on Reliance. My experience has been whenever such negative sentiment is there, Reliance tends to surprise on the upside. It happened in April of 2022. I was on the wrong side then. I remember how I lost money then. So I don't want to be on the wrong side now. I believe technically, fundamentally, Reliance is ready for an up move. It can come any day. I don't know that, but I would not like to be negative on Reliance at these rates. So whatever you do, I hope it is successful next week. I'll come back and see you on Monday morning. Thank you for joining me. Please note, I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. Please do your own due diligence. These are just my thoughts. Thank you.